Dipping the piece of bread into Nutella and watching it melt is pure chocolate bliss. Nutella is everyone's go-to chocolate spread. Nutty spread, creamy texture, blissful smell, and charm in the eye. Make it popular in the world. As we make our way from hazelnuts to cocoa beans, we will see the transition of these ingredients into the spread that we are all familiar with and like. The trip that Nutella takes from its raw components to your breakfast table. Nutella's journey is nothing short of fascinating. Come along with us as we uncover the hard procedure and hidden components that make Nutella the delicious treat that millions of people all around the globe adore. Be prepared to immerse yourself in the wonderful world of Nutella and uncover the enchantment that lies beneath every mouthful. Cocoa harvesting marks the beginning of the journey. This is where our trip begins, at the biggest cocoa plantation in the world. This is the point at which the harvesting of cocoa pods by hand marks the beginning of the meticulous cultivation of cocoa. The workers choose just the pods that are of the best quality, and then they collect them into containers so that they can be transported to the processing plant with ease. Cleaning and preparing the cocoa is the first step in the process. The true thrill starts to unfold when the cocoa pods make their way to the little cleaning equipment that is linked to the farm. When the cocoa pods are sliced in half by large machine cutters, the cocoa beans, which are the center of the cocoa pod, are extracted. Workers can separate the cocoa nibs from the beans in an effective manner, and then put aside the materials that have been removed. After that, the nibs are allowed to dry, which results in the gradual formation of a layer of dry skin on their surface. Verification of quality and roasting. After the nibs have been allowed to air dry, they are put through a preliminary quality test to determine whether or not they are appropriate for the production of cocoa butter and chocolate. This entails determining whether or not they are readily broken, which is an indication of their high grade. In order to remove the fine skin from the cocoa beans, the cocoa bean packs are first opened and then placed into hoppers, from which vibrators remove the skin. The roaster is then used to place the beans once they have been cleaned. When the nibs are roasted, the cocoa beans that are contained inside their shells become visible. Following this step, the beans are separated from the husks or shells, which are then gathered in dust bins. Meanwhile, the cocoa beans are transported to grinding machines in order to be transformed into cocoa powder, from sugar beads to sugar. The next step in the process is the collection of the remaining components required to produce Nutella. This begins with the collection of sugar beets. After a significant quantity of sugar beets has been gathered, they are subjected to a variety of cleaning procedures, after which they are shredded and processed in order to make sugar. The sweetness and consistency of Nutella are dependent on this white sugar, which after it has been certified by testing, is essential. Joyful cows and high-quality milk. The moment has come to discuss milk at this point. Nutella only uses milk that comes from cows that are treated with care, since it is considered that animals who are content generate milk that is of a better quality and more delicious. The proprietors of the farm provide the quality assurance team with frequent updates about the health of the cows and the amount of milk they produce, following the delivery of milk of the highest possible quality to the Nutella manufacturing line. The milk is subjected to stringent quality testing before being authorized for usage. Techniques for collecting the ideal hazelnuts. When we need hazelnuts, we go to Turkey, which is well recognized as the country that produces the highest quality hazelnuts. In accordance with the requirements of the Nutella manufacturers, the harvesting procedure starts with the collection of the hazelnuts by the use of heavy gear. To separate any debris that is gathered along with the hazelnuts, equipment is used. This technology gathers the nuts in a selected manner and then returns the rubbish to the ground. A process of roasting and grinding hazelnuts. Once the hazelnuts have arrived at the facility, they are roasted and then separated from their shells in order to make a paste of a fine consistency. Human inspection guarantees that no unwelcome substances will be able to penetrate the product and ruin the flavor. Palm oil is the most important component. Palm oil is the last essential component that keeps the spread of Nutella from becoming solid and enriches the flavor of the spread. In order to begin the process of producing palm oil, palm fruit must first be harvested. After the bunches have been harvested, they are washed and threshed in order to separate the fruits, which are then subjected to mechanical pressing in order to extract the oil, combining the components together. Now that we have obtained all of the necessary components, we go back to the plant where the manufacturing of Nutella starts. The first thing that has to be done is to use a mixer to combine the raw cocoa powder and the hazelnut paste until the mixture is evenly distributed and smooth. It is transformed into a silky smooth paste due to the intrinsic oil content that is present in the cocoa paste and the hazelnut spread. After a certain amount of time has passed, each of the important components, which include this paste, sugar, milk powder, and additional ingredients that are kept a secret, are added one by one and blended together. Because of this, the very popular chocolate spread known as Nutella is produced. Any person would be tempted to try it just by seeing how consistent it is. Putting together and packaging. There is no delay in beginning the process of filling glass jars with Nutella, which guarantees that the flavors will be retained in an impeccable manner. Nutella labels that guarantee an addicting flavor with each mouthful are attached to the jars by machines that work together to fill, seal, and pack them with great care. Distribution and quality assurance and control. In the next step, we will focus on the buckets that are loaded with Nutella and use nozzles that are both clean and effective. The fact that these buckets are able to pass through detectors demonstrates that they are fully sealed, preventing any Nutella from being wasted. In order to guarantee that the cream-coated layers are exactly aligned with one another, sophisticated machinery seals each and every bucket. The manufacturing line is equipped with equipment that is capable of producing jam biscuits and cupcakes topped with breathtaking buttercream. This is made possible by the creative design of the machines and the overall efficiency of the production process. Nutella is manufactured in quantities exceeding 350,000 tons annually, making it a production powerhouse equal to the weight of the Empire State Building is similar to that amount, which is astonishing. This vast manufacturing is required because people all over the globe just cannot get enough of Nutella. There is a consensus among estimates that the yearly usage is somewhere around the same 350,000 tons. In order to make a product that is cherished by millions of people, the whole process of manufacturing Nutella is a wonder of contemporary food production. It combines time-honored techniques with the cutting-edge technology of the highest caliber. Every single stage of the manufacturing process, from the farms where the ingredients are collected to the production lines that are meticulously built, is meant to guarantee that each and every jar of Nutella is flawless. Consequently, the next time you take a bite out of a spoonful of Nutella, you will be aware of the amount of attention and work that went into the production of that delectable spread.